Alan Barnowski here, and today we're going to be looking at flat picking. So first we'll just kind of talk about what flat picking is and what goes into the sound of it. And then after that, I've got one exercise for the right hand to kind of help develop the flat picking kind of dexterity in the right hand. And then three different licks that will kind of help get your fingers moving in this style. So to start, what is flat picking? It does use a pick, but there's more to it than simply just playing with a pick. Flat picking is the lead style of guitar playing that you hear in bluegrass music. You sometimes hear it in folk music or like progressive acoustic music, but mostly it's associated with bluegrass. And there are a number of different things that contribute to the flat picking sound. But I'm just going to focus on two of these today that we can fit into this short video. The two things, one of them is in the right hand, one of them is in the left hand. So we're going to look at each of these. In the right hand, there is a lot of kind of precision and clarity that goes into being able to play in the flat picking style. Most flat pickers use alternating picking, which means downstrokes happen on downbeats, upstrokes happen on upbeats. And that style of picking helps give this like driving, percussive, precise sound that we associate with the flat picking style. So in the exercise that's coming up, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. And it's really going to kind of target that alternating picking style. As far as the left hand, the main point I want to make is that flat picking typically uses open positions. So that means these big chords that we're used to, G, C, D, with these chords that we all know and love that we first learned when we were playing guitar. We are really going to utilize those chord shapes and kind of exploit them for all that they're worth in the flat picking style. In the same vein, we're using mostly the open position, which means open strings and then frets like 1 through 5. So we're not doing closed position stuff very often up the neck. It's really kind of lower down the neck, a lot of open strings, these big chord shapes. The capo is used very often. So flat pickers typically will play out of the key of G or out of the key of C. And if there's some key of a song that's not in either G or C, we'll use the capo. So if there's something in A, for example, we'll slide up to the 2nd fret, use capo at the 2nd fret, and play our G chord here. Or if there's something out of F, for example, slide up to the 5th fret and play out of the C shape, and that'll give us an F. So that's how most flat pickers approach playing. Using these open positions just really allows us to get the flat picking sound. All right, so hopefully that all makes sense and you're still with me, because now we're going to get into the good stuff. We're going to look at this exercise for the right hand, then we're going to look at 3 different licks. So this exercise is for alternating picking, and here's the exercise. All right, if you're following along with the magazine, Acoustic Guitar Magazine, or looking at the website, this is example 1. So example 1, here's how it sounds. All right, that's it, and I'll do it again with I'll let you know what the pick directions are here. So it's down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. All right, and that's the exercise. So the purpose of doing this is to really ingrain the idea of alternating picking. Downstrokes happen on down beats. So if you have those clicks are quarter notes. All right, so that was at 100 BPM. And those clicks are the quarter notes. So that means those clicks are all downbeats. That's how that works. Then when we switch to eighth notes, the down strokes stay on the downbeats, but the upbeats of the eighth notes fall in between the clicks, and those are upstrokes. So that's how that's working. So what I do and what I recommend all my students do, it's worked so well for me and also for folks that I'm giving lessons to, is that do this exercise, set a timer and do it for a short period of time, like 2 minutes. That's what I use, 2 minutes. I've got a timer built into my metronome app. Whenever I practice, I do this exercise at a tempo that's comfortable, not too fast. This is not a speed exercise. This is to really develop the right hand and get it relaxed and just getting sounding good and feeling good. So 2 minutes, and doing this for a few weeks, a few months, the lifetime of your playing career will really help develop your right hand and keep it strong and making you the best flat picker you can be. All right, so that's exercise 1. Example 1 is what it's called. Sorry, not exercise 1, example 1. Now, getting into the really fun stuff are going to be these licks. So I'm just going to pull them up here as a reference. All right. So the first one, this is example 2, if you're following along with Acoustic Guitar Magazine. Example 2 sounds like this. All right, that's how it goes. I'll do a little bit slower. All right, and this lick is called a G run. It's so prevalent in flat picking that it has a name. It's called a G run. It's played a number of different ways. The way I'm doing it here is the way I like to do it, and how many other people play it as well. But what you have is a downstroke on that G note, followed by a downstroke, because that's a quarter note. So you have a downbeat, then another downbeat, so it's downstroke, upstroke, slide, up, down, down. And you can see those pick directions in the tablature. So again, acousticguitar.com, find this example 2, and you'll be all set. It's got the pick directions in there. All right, so that's the first one. Here we go with example 3. This is the second lick, example 3. That's example 3. This is a common bluegrass kind of like ending lick. You can hear Tony Rice do this on a number of different recordings. It's a lot of fun to play. It's based out of the G major pentatonic scale, but there's also this B flat note, which really gives it that bluegrassy sound. I like to do this whole passage just with my second finger. You just need one finger to do it, and again, focusing on alternating picking. Pick directions are in the transcription there. All right, and the last one, this is a kind of flashy lick, but it's a lot of fun to play. More difficult than the other two because it starts with a pull off here. So you start on the D flat note, C sharp or D flat here, and then pull off to a C. All right, so it starts with that, gives you the pull off, goes to the B flat note again here. B flat resolves to a B, then you got open G, F natural. So there's a lot of notes outside of the G scale in that lick. We've got that C sharp for D flat, we've got a B flat. We also have an F, which is the flat 7. in the key of G. And then again, we have a B flat down here. So there it is. Those are the licks. Hopefully you have fun with this. I would love to hear any questions you have. If you want to learn more about flat picking, there are tons of resources through Acoustic Guitar Magazine. You know, I do the picking column most issues, so you can check those out. And there's just tons of resources. So go check those out and have fun with this. I'll see you later.